Hey, what's up guys? I got some new Kangaroo leather strops from the WEPS, and I need to apply the diamond spray to them, and I'm going to show you how I do them. Just a quick comparison. This is the regular leather strops and this is the Kangaroo leather. They've got a metal plate underneath and then a really thin layer of Kangaroo leather. So I think these are going to be much nicer. They're going to be much flatter. Now the main tip that I can give you is when you're putting the spray on is you need to even it out as much as you can. One of the most common mistakes is going to be like these right here. This is where I sprayed it on and I just dabbed it with my fingers, and what happens with the leather when it gets wet is it swells up. Now I've stropped maybe a few dozen knives with these strops right here, and those bumps are still there, so they don't go away once the leather swells up. You can see how it's uneven, and it will affect your performance of the strops. And when you stick them together, you can see gaps in between the strops. So it's very important to keep your spray as even as possible, not let it puddle up on the strop when you spray it on there. See, these strops are perfectly flat together. There's no gaps in them on both sides. Very even. So let's get this spray on here. You first want to wash your hands, because you're going to need to rub it around with your fingers, so make sure your hands are clean. Make sure you don't have any other abrasives on your hand from applying it to different strops or handling or sharpening knives. You might have metal shavings on your fingers. I'm going to be applying the Kenneth Schwartz 0.125 micron and 0.050 micron. This one's cubic boron nitride, and this one is polycrystalline diamond. So what you want to do is take your spray, shake it up really good. This is the 0.125, so this is going to go on the coarse side after you shake up your spray. Now what I did beforehand was take the spray and spray it onto a tissue. Just see the spray pattern, because they don't all come out the same. You kind of want to see what the pattern looks like so you can better judge how far you got to hold it away from the piece. Now ideally I'm going to hold this farther away from it so it gets a more even spray pattern, because if you spray it too close you'll get puddles on there and it will swell up and be uneven. So let's get this on here. Make sure it comes out. Now quickly move it around. Now I'm getting a lot of it everywhere else, so I'm going to lower this a little bit. Go ahead and spray it a little bit closer. Now when you're spraying it, make sure you got it completely flat and you're spraying from above. Make sure you don't accidentally get any on the other side. And then just take a paper towel and wipe off the excess from the sides. Seems to get everywhere. Just make sure you don't get on the other side of the leather, you'll be good. Yep, got this stuff everywhere. And just keep applying it in small amounts. Move it around until the entire leather side has a really dark color. Make sure it absorbs as much as you can get in there. we go. Should be good right there. Doesn't look like it got any uneven swollen parts to it. Now the next step, before we put on the fine grade diamond spray on the other side, we're going to wash our hands because we've got this stuff all over your hands. You don't want to contaminate the other side. Alright, so here's what it looks like on the coarse side that we just sprayed on. Try to get the two sides to look about the same shade and color. And then now we're going to do the other side, the fine side. So go ahead and set one aside and take one. We're going to take our 0.050 micron spray, shake it up. Go ahead and spray this. Quickly. See, this is really, spray is really dark, so you can see what area needs some more. Let's try to get it even all the way across. You could focus more mainly in the middle though, because that's where you're going to be doing most of your stropping. Now it's okay to get some of this finer stuff on the coarse side. It's not going to do anything bad. The bad thing would be to get the coarse spray on the fine side, because that's going to contaminate what you're doing. But getting the fine spray on the coarse side doesn't do that. It doesn't really do any damage. Go ahead and wipe this stuff off. You see this stuff gets everywhere if you're not careful. And to check to see if you did a good job, just look at the shade color and then stick them together. Hold it up to the light, see if you can see any cracks of light shining through. If not, then you did a really good job. You could, while they're still wet, just kind of press them together, flatten it out if there are any bulging spots. But I think this is not swelling up because the regular leather has a much thicker, more absorbent area, whereas this is a really thin amount of leather, so it can't swell up too much. Anyways, nice. So if you guys are wondering what is in the base right now, what's in the WEPS, I got this hinder aggressor. We brought this down to 0.25 micron. Yep, this is down to 0.25 micron, and look at that edge. It looks like a mirror right there. Perfect. So we're going to bring this down to 0.050 micron. That's farther than we've ever been able to bring this down to. Can't wait to see what that looks like. I mean, it's already hair whittling sharp with a nice mirror polished edge. We're going to bring it a step further. And the Kangaroo leather strops are way better than the regular leather strops, so I hear. So let's test it out. If you're wondering why I have a paper towel on here, that's because I don't want the metal shavings from the dust that's floating around when you're sharpening. I don't want it to get into the pivot area of the knife. Well, that's how I apply the diamond sprays to my leather strops for the WEPS. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. If you have any tips of your own, let us know. I'll be doing an update video soon about what I've done to the WEPS to modify it and make it better. Have a great day and have a happy new year. Stay safe. See you later.